Oh, your games with my main man.
With Daniel.
Daniel, and what are we playing today?
We're playing Clash, the Battle of Goats.
Clash, Battle of Goats. Actually,
Or is it Gruff?
yeah, I think it's really Gruff, but this is one set of it.
Oh, got it.
Mm-hmm,
So
Gruff
maybe
on the
the
top.
starter set, yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, I think they have like 5 or 6 different sets. But yeah, this will be our first play of this, guy. So I've read over the rules before, but I'll just go over it again. And I hear kind of similar to that keyboards again. Keeps on popping up.
Alright.
Okay, your shepherd has a life stat indicating the amount of damage that it can take before you lose the game. I'm trying to think, did I make up pre-con decks or what did I do? I think I when I moved them, like I put everything by each other, so we might even draft. I'm not even sure, but this is one kind. This is another kind. This is one kind.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't know why I didn't write it out, but I guess just highlighting was enough. All right, Shepherd Anatomy. Your Shepherd has a life stat indicating the amount of damage it can take before you lose the game, a crazy stat tracking your resources, and a breaking point which limits the number of ultimate cards you can include in your deck. Shepherds may also have special abilities that trigger during the game. I'm going to try to just hit the highlights and see what happens. Weird. Yeah, weird Gruffs are twisted and strange. That being near them eats your Shepherd's insanity. The weird stat value is added to your Shepherd's crazy after that Gruff is activated. If a Gruff's special ability is to gain weird when activated, the weird is gained by the Gruff before it's added to the Shepherd. And let me see how many highlights I have.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not too much. Yeah, let's just start again from the Shepherds. Okay, Shepherd Anatomy. Your Shepherd has a life stat indicating... Where are the Shepherds? The Shepherds are those guys, yeah. Alright, so if you don't mind, put some of those tracker things on there. Alright, so your Shepherd has a life stat. It's life. Damage you can take before you lose the game. A crazy stat tracking your resources. Crazy is the resources. And a breaking point which limits the number of ultimate cards you can include in your deck. So I'm taking it that's that 4 thing. Yeah, that's the breaking point, is that purple number. Shepherd's crazy stat represents the total cumulative cost of cards that can be played each turn. Crazy, the resources. The weird is... The Shepherd's crazy stat never decreases when you play a card. When a Gruff is activated, Shepherd's gain crazy equal to the weird stat on that Gruff. When a Gruff is activated, the Shepherd's gain crazy equal to the weird stat of that Gruff. If the Shepherd's crazy stat changes during the turn, players may adjust their total for playing cards immediately. The maximum crazy a Shepherd can have is 30. Okay. 30. Alright, Gruff Anatomy. Each Gruff has 3 characteristics: mean, weird, and fat. And that's represented by numeric stats controlled with the slider. Each Gruff has a triggered ability explained on the card. If that ability triggers on activation, is applied before any other effect or activation. Mean, the offensive capacity.
This right here, I think.
Yeah. Means this attack, and then fat is the toughness. Fat is the defense, and weird is if a Gruff's special ability is to gain weird when activated, the weird is gained by the Gruff before it's added to the Shepherd's crazy. Yeah. Alright, so something about getting resources sounds like to me. Yeah. Alright, Alright, and then ability card anatomy. So in these stats or whatever, in these stacks, cost, the crazy cost required is the purple number on the cards. There's 3 types of cards, but the total cost of all played cards must be equal to or less than your Shepherd's crazy stat. Your crazy stat does not decrease when you play a card. Okay, ultimates, some powerful cards, ultimates have a cost framed by horns, so like that's the ultimate right there with the horns on it. And you can only add as many ultimates in your deck as your Shepherd's breaking point. Okay, starting star. This indicates that the card is one of the 8 recommended for your first game playing Gruff. So, starting star.
With a check.
Nope, not that. But the starting star, we'll see it somewhere in there, I'm sure. All right, ability card types. 3 types of ability card types. Action. These are the orange ones. They'll get immediately discarded. They can only be played during the play cards phase of the current player's turn. Condition. A condition has the effect that lasts until the end of the cleanup phase of the controller's next turn. So until the upkeep of your next turn or whatever. And mutation cards are permanent until they're destroyed by another ability. And if a mutation is attached to a Gruff, that Gruff is killed. And that Gruff is killed, that mutation is disabled until the Gruff is resurrected. So, yeah, guys will flip face down if they get killed. Gruffs will. And ability card text. So we'll have 1 Shepherd, of course, and 3 Gruffs to start the game. And you'll never get more than 3, I believe. And yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And ability card type. Each ability card has text that will alter the state of the game in some way. Card text always takes precedence over the main rules. Maximum hand size at the end of your turn. If you have more than 7 cards, discard down to 7. And dissecting damage accumulates throughout each turn and is completely removed at the end of each turn. All right, disappearing damage. Game setup. Yeah, they could have started with this. Each player chooses a Shepherd, 3 Gruffs, and 8 ability cards from each Gruff. Yeah, so each player chooses a Gruff. Chooses a Shepherd, 3 Gruffs, and an ability. Yeah, so we'll just draft them. So I'll let you get the first. I guess you can pick your Shepherd, then I'll pick the first Gruff.
All right. So we got here.
Come to this game store, everyone will show up.
Let's see. All right, I'm gonna take the pirate guy, Captain Stovall.
Okay, what's Captain Stovall do?
Got potent rum at the end of each of your turns. If his life is above his threshold, Stovall takes 1 damage and gains 2 crazy.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take. I'll take Arc. Arc looks cool. The first time, and she's got the move Unmasked Glory. The first time Arc's life crosses her threshold, then enemy Gruffs lose 1 fat, then take 1 damage. All right, and then I guess you'll get the first Gruff as well.
One of these?
Yep, and we'll need a crazy stat too.
What up?
And then we'll take the matching cards that go with that Gruff. But yeah, let me keep reading it. Each Gruff has 15 ability cards with matching art. Any Shepherd can include any Gruff on their team. Only add ultimates up to the breaking point of your chosen Shepherd. Yeah, so can't have a certain amount of breaking point cards, ultimate cards.
Right.
Shuffle those 24 ability cards together. So you're going to add, it sounds like you add 8, 16, 24. Shuffle those 24 ability cards together to form your deck. Both players place sliders on the circle starting stats of their Gruffs and Shepherds. The circle starting things. And player 1 is randomly chosen, then arranges his Gruffs in any order, creating a line in front of his Shepherd as shown on the next page. Afterwards, player 2 arranges their Gruffs in any order, forming a line in front of their Shepherd. And then each player begins the game by drawing 5 random cards from the top of their deck. Okay, one other thing I hate too, like you spell out a number, then you write it in letters. Well, I mean numbers the other way. What do you do? Yeah, so 3 Gruffs and 8 ability cards from each Gruff, and then each Gruff has 15 ability cards with matching art, with which they can choose from. All right, so you got that blue.
I got 1.
Blue face, and I'm taking it that's that. It's got to be. I'm thinking.
Do we only want the ones with stars on them?
And we don't got to play like that. I mean, if you want to play like that, just keep it quick and simple.
Yeah, no, I'm good with anything. Whatever you think. Because otherwise, you would take this whole deck, right?
No, you would take a 8 out of the 15.
Oh, got it. You choose.
Yep,
8.
and then with the 3 Gruffs, that'll make a 24 card deck.
Okay. I might stick with stars then, just so I have a balance.
Yeah, just keep it with the stars. All right.
Feel free to do your thing.
Nah, let me pick the starters too. Skulldozer +2 fat when activated, so +2 toughness when activated. Plus Jewel the Rabbit, Legendary Gruff, +1 fat and +1 mean when activated. Fat and mean, and its attack and toughness and the energy they give to the shepherd.
Energy, okay.
Yep. Bucket +2 weird when activated. That gives the shepherd more energy.
Yeah, the one I always see in Tennessee, I'm like, that's...
Yeah, I'll go with Bucket. And then you can draft another one.
Oh, another one of these guys.
Yeah, Bucket. Yeah, like it. Yeah.
I'll take Cap 2.
Oh, I think this might be. It's not those guys. No.
Oh, those are the non-starred cards for my deck.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'll put it on.
All right, got Bucket. Then who else is left? These guys?
Yeah.
I got more miles backwards than
I used to work on the road, so I did a lot of traveling. Sleeping in hotels, waking up. Damn, I'm drinking PBR, they need to pay me more.
Yeah, let's get Gruff Jaw.
Yeah, but if I wasn't on that, I wouldn't... Yeah, so
Gruff Jaw.
One more of these?
Yeah, one more.
So that's why I was like,
Alright, I'll do this one. +2 fat when activated.
Cool. Big eye. And
I was in the first batch because my dad has.
do we have the cards for this guy? It's not those, right?
I don't think it's those.
Bronze close. Yeah, right here. Grover. I think we're. Oh, these are the ones that you took. That guy. But,
Yeah, I think those are my leftover cards.
you know, you got your.
These are the 3 I'm going to use.
Okay. Where's this guy coming from, though? You picked that guy, right?
I thought I did. Oh yeah, I did. What? Why do I have so many then? I think I had this instead of this one.
Okay. Yeah, take this guy. All right, think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good.
All right.
Okay. Yep.
And these are all cards we're not using.
I think so.
Oh my God, you...
All right. Yeah, get these star cards out for myself. Where is the star located? Okay, in the bottom right.
Bottom right, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Glad they came with starter options.
Yeah, that's always nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Magic, Pokemon, other card games? Yeah.
I can kind of see that with Magic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool.
They own Pokemon, but Pokemon trading card games.
1,
Which I find kind of weird because they cater to
Shepherd.
more kids, so why would
There.
they sell alcohol?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I think more of the issue like,
All right, shuffle the 24 card deck. Got our actions. Get some more sliders.
Oh wait, should I have 24 cards?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
24 card deck, and then we draw 4.
I don't know.
Oh.
No, I know.
5, draw
She
5.
voiced the
What are the
character.
rest of your cards made up of?
This
So I
is
took the star
Christopher
cards of my
Reeve's
type, I think.
Yes, there was a voice.
You took the
for
star
that
cards of your
character.
type?
Yeah, I only have this many.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should have all 3 of your characters as starter cards.
Oh.
Yeah, no wonder why the number's looking so weird, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh card could talk.
Give it the times, old man.
I am an old man.
Hey,
Sorry. Yeah.
Old man, come here.
Huh?
Come here, old man.
I really thought you were so bad. I was like, rickety crickety bones. I'll shake my fist at you. Get off my lawn.
Oh, got it.
With
Okay.
today's turn,
That's what's
are we gonna
happening.
end this new system or
I assume so.
the problem with that is you gotta put more times you have to make the tournament set up like this. And
So then I need that little creepy guy.
I hate one. Well, that sucks. Gotta go, buddy.
I'm not seeing.
Because it's his total, he got logged in.
I'm not seeing one of the guys.
Yeah, I'm not seeing this one. Oh, maybe because we both have this one in our deck. No, you don't have that, do you?
Yeah, I mean, they should match the picture pretty much. There's
Yeah.
only one picture.
You gotta go to the actual playbook. Using the same credentials that you used to log in.
Right, because this isn't this guy. These are two different.
Looks like the
The other ones are
guy.
identical.
Looks like the guy though, but do you see another Gruff that looks like that?
No, you don't have anything in your deck that looks like this, do you?
Oh, she drinks it. Yeah.
Fuck, she turned into a car.
That, well, see, that.
Oh, not
Oh, you
missing.
know what?
What's up? Grindle.
No.
Grindle.
It says tooth at the bottom. But then it says Grover, Skulldozer, Skulldozer. So it should say Gap Tooth at the bottom.
Gaptooth, the Devourer.
Yeah.
Tooth 2 of 15.
Maybe I should just choose a different one of these guys.
Yeah, I wonder.
Let's see which
Possible
one.
I could have put it somewhere else or it didn't come with it. Nah, but I think it was sealed.
Yeah, oh, you know what? Here we go. There's
Found
one.
him. Okay, Tooth.
That's
Okay.
what's supposed to be.
That was,
Do this.
the One Piece folks.
And it's probably over there.
Yeah, one of these.
Okay.
He said wait for this 4 of them, so. Wait. Gotta wait.
6, 7.
Well, I was gonna build this, but I don't have none on my build.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, deck building stuff. It's just best to do ahead of time.
Yeah. No worries. Wait, and then what is this total? 24, you said?
Yo, 24.
Cool.
When you see a fire truck flashing lights, you get out of the motherfucking way.
That's why I just put the fire trucks out the road.
Thanks.
Right.
Well, they don't want to do that because it's going to be a lawsuit, but since they don't have like gas footage, they're like, oh, you hit me out of nowhere. No.
At least it's not like the person I saw that really wasn't paying attention when they're driving, got to the intersection, worked out of the way, but they turned into the lane where there's a log truck, and the log went right through the windshield. Found information. He's just like, yeah, you're on your phone, like, pretty much, yeah.
All right. All right, so turn order Cleanup phase. Ignore this step on the first turn. Resolve in the following order. If your Gruff was given an attack, an attack action last turn, resolve your attack now. Your attacking Gruff deals damage to the Gruff that's in the position directly opposite from the attacker.
Okay, yeah.
Straight up attacking. If your Gruff was given an attack action last turn, resolve the attack now. Remove your conditions from play. If all your Gruffs are either exhausted or dead, refresh your entire team, and your dead Gruffs remain face down until resurrected. If all your Gruffs are either exhausted or dead, refresh your entire team. Your dead Gruffs remain. What if all of your Gruffs are either exhausted or dead? Refresh your entire team. Your grid. I don't know what that means. One draw phase. Draw a card from your deck. If this is the starting player's first turn, skip this step. If the player runs out of cards in their deck, they ignore effects that would cause them to draw cards and continue playing as normal until the game is over. Activation phase, select one of your Gruffs, and then until all your other Gruffs on the team are exhausted or dead, that Gruff is exhausted and is unable to be activated again until all other Gruffs on your team are exhausted or dead. Okay, so yeah, you can't do something with the guy unless everybody else is exhausted or dead. Play cards phase. Play any number of ability cards as long as they're combined. Yeah, so it's right there. Play any number of ability cards as long as their combined cost is equal to or less than your Shepherd's Crazy stat. Crazy. The played card does not have to match the activated Gruff unless the card specifies otherwise. So any card by anybody unless specified. Example, player 1 uses Norse 3 Crazy to evolve on Tooth, giving him 1 weird. Tactical action phase. At the end of your turn, choose to attack, shift, grow, or resurrect with the Gruff you chose to activate in the activation phase. Okay. Tactical actions. They're 1 attack, and that's start an attack by pushing your activated Gruff forward. At the beginning of your next turn, deal damage equal to your mean stat to the Gruff in the corresponding left, right, or center position. If your damage meets or exceeds the defense of the opposing Gruff, kill that Gruff, flip his character card over, and excess damage is dealt to the enemy Shepherd. All trample, causing its life stat to decrease, and abilities that trigger on attack trigger when the attack is first initiated, not when the attack resolves.
Okay.
The active Gruff swaps places with an allied Gruff. That's the shift action.
Okay.
The active Gruff swaps places with an allied Gruff that is adjacent to it. The active Gruff may always swap positions with dead Gruffs, even if the swap action was triggered from an ability card. Grow, increase any one stat of your active Gruff by 1 point. Resurrect, the active Gruff uses its action to revive any one dead Gruff by returning its card to the face-up position. It returns to play in the unexhausted state with the same stats and mutations that it had when it died. Okay, so ready and same stats and mutations when it died. Okay, combat. Declaring your attack. Attacks are initiated as a tactical action taken at the end of your turn, but they're not resolved until the cleanup phase. Cleanup phase is the upkeep of your next turn. If you chose to attack as your tactical action, push the active Gruff forward to indicate that it's attacking. The ready position, direct opposite of it. Your opponent now takes their turn as your Gruff closes to attack. If your Gruff survives your opponent's turn, resolve the attack in the cleanup phase. They said that like 2 times.
Yeah.
Okay, death. When a Gruff takes, just 2 times in like rapid succession. But when a Gruff takes damage equal to or greater than their total defense, they die. Turn the dead Gruff card face down. All mutations attached to the dead Gruff stay attached to the Gruff. All stat sliders stay in the same position. No cards or special abilities can affect the dead Gruff except for those that specifically resurrect Gruffs. The dead Gruff cannot trigger its own special abilities, conditions, or mutations. And mutations and conditions on the dead growth may be affected by other cards normally.
Oh, right.
And when the shepherd's life drops to 0, the shepherd dies, and the player is controlling the shepherds immediately lose the game. Shepherds at 0 life, their herds and their abilities and cards no longer part of the game. They can't trigger abilities or resolve triggers that are already in progress.
Okay.
Okay, winning the game if Shepherd's life drops to 0, and if all 3 Shepherd's Gruffs are dead during the activation phase, that player can't make an activation, therefore lose the game. 5 factions. Glossary, I didn't really highlight anything, so maybe not too much important. Alright, anything didn't make sense or questionable?
I think I'll figure it out as we're playing. If you take first turn.
Cool. 25 minutes, not the worst ever.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Alright, seems like it could have been shorter. But, alright, clean up phase, resolve your attack. What I can't do is draw on the first turn, I think. But we said draw 5, right? I'll verify it.
I thought you said 8, but I could be wrong.
I think it's 5. Let's see.
5 makes more sense.
Yeah, each player chooses Shepherd, 3 Gruffs and 8 ability cards, and only add ultimates up to the breaking point. Only add ultimates. Yeah, how about we started with starting cards? So for your 24 ability cards, both players place the sliders on the circles. Player 1 is chosen at random, then arranges the Gruff in any order. Oh yeah, we kind of got to arrange them, but
Oh yeah, I think.
so I guess I'll just arrange mine, then you can counter yours to what I do.
Okay, sure. I mean, I don't know exactly.
What's going on exactly? +2 mean when activated. 2 fat. It's not that strong, so it'll die fast.
What does the fat stat do? Is that defense?
Fat is defense, yeah.
Okay.
Fat is HP.
Mean is attack. Weird is what is weird?
Mean is the attack, and then weird is how much weird is how much crazy you give your shepherd. They're both blue stats, so
Oh, okay.
that's the energy, whatever resources.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just leave them like they are, really. Well, no, this guy seems like a tank. I'll put you in the middle,
Okay.
and then you can move yours
Do that
around.
so that we have our weaker ones facing.
Cool. All right, player 1 is randomly chosen, then arrange their Gruffs. After that, player 2 does it, and then each player begins the game drawing 5 cards from the top of their deck. Cool. All right, turn order, cleanup phase. Ignore this step on the first turn. If your Gruff was given an attack action on your last turn, resolve the attack now. Remove your conditions from play. If all your Gruffs are either exhausted, dead, refresh your. If all of your Gruffs are either exhausted or dead, refresh your entire team. Your dead Gruffs remain. No. Draw phase, draw a card.
Confusing to me.
Yeah, but I guess it'll make more sense later.
Yeah.
But if a player runs out of cards from their deck, they ignore effects that would cause them to draw cards. Activation phase, select one of your Gruffs to turn to activate. Activate it by turning it vertical. That Gruff is exhausted and is unable to be activated again until your other Gruffs on your team are exhausted or dead. Okay, yeah. Play cards phase. Activate one guy. You can do 4 things. Why didn't they list the 4 things right there?
Yeah, they're over here though. Attack, shift,
Attack, shift, grow, and resurrect. Could have kind of defined them there, too. Shifts is just swap with an adjacent guy. Grow is grow 1 stat. Resurrect is flip them face back up.
Okay.
But attack,
And you said damage does not carry over. Is that right?
nope, it goes away after, I guess on the cleanup phase, maybe.
Okay.
And you attack by pushing your active growth forward at the beginning of your next turn. Deal damage. So activate who?
What are you here for? One Piece?
Nah, here for the 2-player games. 2-player Tuesday.
game.
2-player Tuesday. We got a Gruff going right now. Mean Billy Goats.
I haven't really jumped in.
Yeah, I mean, haven't really done anything yet. Started out. But yeah, I'm gonna activate this guy. Yeah. Alright, so that guy's active. Well, nah, that guy's got... Yeah. So this guy gets +1 mean and +1 fat when activated. So yeah, the guy will become a...
Yeah,
Man,
he'll
that
throw
one
quick, huh?
sucks. Yeah, one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep everything organized. I got
Okay.
30 for one, but I just don't have any for one.
So you're
And then let me see, turn order. Activate. Select one of your Gruffs and then play cards phase. Play any number of ability cards as long as they're... Okay, activation phase. Select one of your Gruffs to act this turn. Activate it by turning it vertical. That Gruff is exhausted and is unable to be activated again until all your other Gruffs are tapped or dead. No actions are taken in this phase, but when activated Gruffs, the activated Gruff's weird is added to your Shepherd's Crazy stat. So you got 0 weird. Man, all these guys have 0. That sucks. All right, screw this. I'm going bucket.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Bucket gets +2 weird when activated. So
Okay.
we're going. We'll tick up arc to 2.
Okay. So you're not playing a card yet.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, because you can't play a card until your
Cards like $30.
crazy gets up, right?
Well,
Crazy is the cost, right?
yeah, like activated bucket. So she gets +2 weird when activated.
Okay.
So if she's activated, we'll just put her at a 2, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
+2 weird, is that static or does it just go up for the turn?
I would think static, because that's how you grow your cards.
She's 2 now when she's activated. We might have to reference the crap, but she's 2. But play cards phase, so weird is active to your Shepherd's Crazy, so play cards phase. Play any number of ability cards as long as their combined cost is equal to or less than your Shepherd's Crazy. And the player card does not have to match the activated Gruff unless the card specifies.
You're going to activate a specified Gruff. Okay.
Right. So let me see. Choose any Gruff. It loses 1 from any. Action, condition, mutation.
It does look super swag. Wait, you can mark all the Oh, 6. Oh, you have leader, I'll be like,
Alright, I'll go corrode.
Alright. What's that do?
Choose any Gruff. It loses 1 from any stat.
Okay.
I'll go.
Hey, do y'all want to wait for another one piece or go ahead and fire it off?
We can wait. Is that cool with you guys?
We have 5 right now.
we can wait to see there's more.
7:30, and we'll fire it. Everybody hear that?
Okay, so that's a 1. So I guess I'll
And Iceberg's 35. We can talk about
Can
give
it go below the stat line?
Man, that's a good question.
Because some have 0 and some have 1.
It's a good question.
Do you have enough regular issues?
I do, yes. I got the box now. Do you need more shoes?
I already bought one.
You already leave
Combat.
Well, he does.
Yeah, stuff like this, they should just parentheses it up as soon as it might happen.
That's why I was saying.
Okay, when a shepherd's life drops to 0, 0 life, winning the game. If a shepherd's life drops to 0, glossary active Gruff, all Gruffs damaged, exhausted, fully blocked. Legendary Gruff. Legendary Gruffs are alternative character cards from previously printed Gruffs. Machinations, position. Son of a gun. We can roll for it, or we can just go with what we think. The circle. Okay, let's see the circle.
Yeah.
Story so far, game overview, Shepherd Anatomy, Breaking Point, Ultimate, a white line, Threshold, Crazy. Your Shepherd's Crazy stat never decreases when you play a card. You can have maximum 30 Crazy, the limit. Gruff Anatomy, each Gruff that is triggered an ability, if that example receives +2 mean when activated. Okay. Dribble receives +2 mean when activated before other card effects or other special abilities. But does it keep it though? Or?
I think it keeps it 'cause it's not part of the cleanup
I was like, what's my top end gonna be?
It's not a condition.
I tried to play.
Each Gruff has this triggered ability that's explained on their card. If that ability triggers on activation, it's applied before any other effects. The offensive capacity of the Gruff. Okay, reducing a Gruff's fat to 0 does not kill the Gruff. A Gruff's fat does not decrease when it takes damage. That's defensive capacity. Weird Gruffs are so twisted and crap. Yeah, we might just have to end up rolling on this.
I don't think it does, because look, I have weird here has 1 through 3, and my weird here has 0 through 3.
So what you thinking?
I think that it stops at, you can't go past this, I don't think.
Okay.
I think 0 is the floor here, or 1 is the floor for this, and 0 is the floor for this.
That should
Otherwise,
be in
why
like
would they be
the.
different? Yeah, it should be.
It should be like in the back at a frequently asked questions.
Yeah. Blind play testing.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So okay. What I say? Choose any Gruff. It loses 1 from any stat. I'll go. I'll go mean there. Yeah. So now it sounds like I've played the 2 for the turn. Oh. Okay, yeah, what did it say?
I think that was your...
Well, I'm thinking like you have a threshold of 2 for the rest of the turn because you don't never lose it. But it's like spinning the crazy. A separate crazy stat never decreases when you play a card. When a Gruff is activated, Shepherd's gain crazy equal to the weird stat of that Gruff. If the Shepherd's crazy stat changes during the turn, players may adjust their total playing cards immediately. The maximum crazy a Shepherd can have is 30. Mean, fat, all of that. Game setup, player wins randomly, turn order, play a card. Okay, play any number of ability cards as long as their combined cost is equal to or less than your Shepherd's crazy stat. Okay.
Yeah, so you just use it once.
Yeah, I just use it all up right there. All right, and then what happens now? Tactical action phase. At the end of your turn, choose to attack, shift, grow, or resurrect with the Gruff you chose to activate in the activation phase. So I'll attack. And then attack means initiate an attack by pushing the active Gruff forward at the beginning of your next turn. Deal damage equal to your mean stat to the Gruff in the corresponding lane. If your damage meets or exceeds the defense, the opposing Gruff, kill the Gruff, flip its opponents, flip its character. Excess damage is dealt to the Shepherd. And there's no counterattack, I guess, unless something says counterattack.
Right. Okay, so you attack here, but it's not enough to kill it. So
so you started at 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
So see, like if I was doing smart, I'd have knocked the fat down on that one, that's that, and then hit it. But
it still wouldn't be enough though, right?
I think so, because you don't have a 1 thing.
It would knock it down to 2, right?
Yeah. I would hit it for 1, then knock it down to 2. But yeah. Yep. So I'm thinking, but it just happens on the upkeep, on the cleanup phase.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're trying to figure out what you
And then now you'll do your turn.
Attack. Interesting.
Yep. Yeah, because you might move stuff around or whatever on your turn.
Okay.
But yep, and then
So could I shift and then you're attacking this person?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna do 3 free and 4 is like I think the number.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
because
opponent now takes their turn. Yep.
It's my turn, so now I'm resolving the attack as the first action.
No, that's mine. So you're going into your cleanup phase. This is my cleanup phase, so you're going into yours now. So you have no attack going.
Oh, I see.
Then you remove your conditions, refresh your living Gruffs if all your Gruffs are exhausted or dead.
So I draw a card first.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 0. I started 0, so I can't play any cards. But how does the weird get from the card to here again?
Whenever you tap a guy vertical,
Oh, it automatically transfers.
yeah, it transfers. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, because I got 2 weird from Bucket, and then now I'm at a 2 crazy right now.
Okay, so I'll activate this one.
Okay,
That'll give the weird over here.
1.
When it activates, it gets +2 to fat, so that goes to 3.
Okay, nice.
And then I can attack, shift, grow, or resurrect.
Yeah, with that guy.
And grow is increased 1 stat by
1.
By 1.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll boost his mean back up to 2. Okay,
Cool.
then it's your turn.
Remember the guy that I talked about? Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so now I'm on my cleanup phase, so I'll resolve my attack. So I'll deal 1 damage to Tooth.
Okay.
Yep, so I guess it'll go down to 2. Because his fat is like, he's on 3 fat right now, but then it'll go down to 2.
I thought it said damage doesn't go down when you're attacked. It's just your defensive ability. So if you attack me with 3, it would die, but otherwise I don't think it does anything.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, damage disappeared. Yeah, because there's no. Well, I don't know. Resolving your attack, determine your total damage by combining any plus damage from ability cards, mutations, and crap. Determine your opponent's total defense by combining any plus defense. If the defense is greater than damage, your Gruff fully blocks. Okay, so you got 3 defense, and then I'm doing 1 attack. The attack, however, the damage dealt during the attack remains in play until the end of the turn. Oh, but I just dealt the damage, so... If the defense is greater than the damage, your Gruff fully heals the attack. However, damage dealt during the attack remains in play until the end of the turn.
Okay.
So do we slide the tracker or what? If damage equals or exceeds defense. See, they're using words like defense and fat at the same time.
Yeah. So I think
They have an example. I'll read the example. If the damage equals or exceeds defense, the defending Gruff dies. Any damage in excess of the goes to the shepherd. Okay, note, you may declare an attack on a position where an enemy Gruff is attacking, or on a dead Gruff. Damage to a dead Gruff goes directly to the shepherd. Okay, example. Player 2 swaps the position of Gripjaw. I don't feel like reading it. During the start of the cleanup phase for player 1, Bucket deals 1 to 2 who fully blocks the attack. Fully blocks, okay. Jab triggers, causing North to take 1 damage, lowering her life by 1. Lowering life by 1. So, why?
but there is no life.
Why are they using words like life when you have words like fat and
That's not great.
and maybe it's different editions of crap? I mean, they have colors that go with it, so. But
They have colors?
yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they say life is green and defense is green, but then you have stupid words like fat though at the same time. So what am I to think?
Yeah.
But lowering her life by 1. Jab triggers, causing North to take 1 damage, lowering her life by 1. Fully blocks and then lowering life. That's the thing that's messing me up.
Yeah.
Fully blocking and then lowering life.
Do we need damage tokens? Because otherwise you have to remember where it was, which is fine now because it's on the bubble. But
The game would have included it if it needed it,
Yeah.
but it's kind of sounding like it's telling me 2 contradictory things. But lowers the life.
But also,
And why are they using words like life and they have fat and stuff?
I know. Can I see?
Yeah.
Let's see what I'm.
It's like it seems simple enough, but it's like you got to take your own notes. Like,
That makes sense.
Wait, what time did y'all say? We got 8 minutes, guys.
Yeah, I see what you mean by color.
Do you want me to show you my iceberg?
Oh, no. When it says life there, it's talking about
okay,
the main character.
main character life.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, defense and everything. That works.
So, damage does stay on until the end of the turn, and then it goes away. But there's no way to track
But do you
that
mark
without
it, though?
moving the sliders. I mean, I guess we keep track of it like that. I know that one damage has been done.
Maybe it's like a thing like fat isn't the same as life. They said fat is like HP or something, but
I think at one point they say fat is defense.
I guess there is. I have to see how much of that is from the trial. Well, so like
Okay, fat is the defensive capacity of the gruff. It represents defense value before modifiers. The gruff, when it is attacked, reducing a gruff's fat to 0 does not kill the gruff. The gruff's fat does not decrease when it takes damage. So then how do you kill a gruff if it's not reducing fat? Right? Am I crazy?
really again?
Alright, so so fat is the defensive capacity of the gruff. Fat represents the base defense value of a gruff when it is attacked. Reducing a gruff's fat to 0 does not kill the gruff. A gruff's
has to
fat
kill.
does not decrease when it takes damage. But then over here it says, if your damage meets or exceeds the defense of the opposing gruff, kill that gruff.
What the is defense if you're using the word fat?
So it does at one point say fat represents defense, and they're both in green.
But then it just said in the previous,
Yeah, I don't know why it's saying it does kill it and it doesn't kill it in 2 different places.
we're gonna play it in the way that makes sense. Where
It kills it, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point of attacking?
And then, but it says something about like, I guess all they're saying is like, it has 1 damage on it, but you can't track it with the sliders though.
Yeah.
You got to just remember or use dice or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I dealt 1 damage there,
Okay.
and then that's at the beginning of the turn. It fully heals on your cleanup phase.
Yes.
Even though it doesn't really say it like that, remove your conditions. Though it should say that there. But yeah, but what we'll do is like this is discarded. So I could just put 1 more ping damage on that, and then if you have an instant or something,
if you have another
so
ability,
I'll draw my card. So I start my resolve your attack. I did 1 damage. Remove your conditions. I have no conditions. Refresh your living gruffs and all your gruff if all your gruffs are exhausted or dead. That just doesn't really make sense, but not yet. Draw a card. I drew a card. Activation phase. Select a gruff to act this turn.
Hungry. And then he got fat. He was just hungry. He was actually just hungry.
All right, I'll play. Activate. Man, both of these guys have 0. Weird.
He said he'll never let anybody go hungry. I just like the fact that Reed is getting kicks because they want to hurt him.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I'll activate this guy. Activating dribble. +2 mean when activated.
Alright.
I really don't think it just stays up there like that, but you're thinking that it stays up.
I think it does, yeah, because there's a point I just read over here. Okay, talking about damage and defense. Damage and defense are temporary stats that add to the mean and fat stats. So if something says add plus defense, that's temporary. But if it's saying plus mean or plus fat, I think that's permanent.
They could have just simply said that if that's the case.
I know, yeah, because I think that's the point of the game is to like grow your cards.
Okay. Alright, so +2 mean when activated. And then I'm going to choose I can attack, shift, grow, or resurrect. So what I'll do is I'll just attack, and then I got +2 mean when activated. So I'm attacking,
Okay.
and then I go to my play cards phase, adding no weird since this guy doesn't have any weird.
Yeah, I think you technically, activate play cards and then choose what you're doing with your. Not that I don't think it matters.
Okay, I'll play Epiphany with my 2 crazy for the turn. And then that says, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, draw 1 and put the rest back. Shuffle your deck. Draw 3, 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna overdo when I first saw this.
I did this because I didn't realize it was
Put back your hand.
characters.
I put the parachute on. I was like,
No. Your head's very that way, or it's all with
when I realized that
Tells never sells.
This guy should be slid back, I guess. Since it's not active, I guess.
Yeah, that refreshes at the start of your turn.
without anything.
Refresh your living growths if all your growths are exhausted. Okay, now it's making more sense. Refresh your living growths. Untap them if all your growths are tapped. Yeah. Or dead. The thing about the or dead keeps on messing me up. But
Yeah.
okay, I'm keeping this one, shuffling these back into the deck. Alright, let's cut it.
Oh yeah.
And then okay, so we'll see about this.
Hired to film the moon landing, and he's so dedicated to his job that he actually went there.
Okay. I'll go min-max. Oh, I cannot because I have no more stuff. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I spent all my 2.
Yeah.
Alright, so okay. Yeah, so I resolve my attack. They could have put parentheses, but the thing could still die later on in the turn or something. Because you refresh, remove any conditions, but why doesn't it say damage though? Maybe damage is a condition.
Maybe.
Just could be clearer.
Yeah. No,
But
definitely could.
alright, so I swung here, swinging for 3. I played my card already, play my cards, and then I attack, then I'll pass it to you.
Okay, so then this resolves immediately and this dies, right?
You could play cards to keep it alive.
I don't know if I can because I don't play cards till step 3.
But it says
That's yours.
I don't resolve my
That's
attack
right, that's
yet.
right. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm saying I could have killed that guy during the course of my turn if I would have dealt 1 more damage to it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just looking for the thing where it says
So this resets then. I think yours is reset too from last turn.
no. It doesn't it's like, why make the stuff difficult? If you make a reference card,
Refresh your
just
living gruffs.
if all your gruffs are exhausted.
Oh, so you attack once with each.
Yeah. But then they think about or dead, I still don't get that, but
I guess because if this is dead and these 2 are exhausted, then you refresh the 2 that are alive. It's just saying like, because a dead one can't exhaust.
refresh your living growths.
It's basically saying the gruffs that are living, if all of your living gruffs are exhausted, refresh them.
Yeah, but it's like if all your other growths, because you have it's just poor wording and it just makes you confused. Refresh your living Gruffs because there's no way you have a living Gruff if one of them is. I mean, if all your Gruffs are dead, how could all your Gruffs be dead and then you could refresh your living ones? It's horrible wording.
Yeah, it is confusing.
Refresh your living Gruffs if all your Gruffs are exhausted or dead. If all your other Gruffs are dead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna activate. Wait. Right. Okay. I'm gonna activate this one. That gives me 2 weird.
Now, did you activate that one last time, or?
I think I activated this one last.
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I draw a card.
My question is, when does the attack resolve?
I think I already drew a card this turn. So this attack will resolve at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah, but when does the guy? Yeah, so it only. But when does the guy die? Like, I mean, when does the damage go off? Is what I'm saying. I mean.
So at the beginning of your turn, this character will die.
No, but there's. I mean, my thing is there's cards that let people heal and stuff. So my thing is, when do the cards heal their damage?
There's cards to heal?
Yep, and why does the book not make mention of damage counters if it's something that's needed?
Yeah. I guess because I don't know. I don't have any healing cards.
Is it really worth running?
Most of the other cards are
Game setup.
this card's in the Kaya or the Giant Cup.
You're doing how much damage? 3?
Yeah, 3. Initiate an attack by pushing one of your guys at the beginning of your next turn. Deal damage equal to your mean stat to the Gruff and the corresponding. They could have just said opposite line. If your damage meets or exceeds the defense of the opposing Gruff, kill that Gruff. Flip his character card over, and excess damage is dealt to the Shepherd, causing its life stat to decrease. No crap. Shift, grow, resurrect, combat. Declaring your attack. Attacks are initiated as a tactical action taken at the end of your turn, but they are not resolved until the cleanup phase of your next turn. If you choose attack as your tactical action, push the active Gruff forward to indicate that it's attacking in the position directly opposite it. Your opponent now takes their turn as your Gruff closes to attack. If your Gruff survives your opponent's turn, resolve the attack in the cleanup phase.
They just kind of curry stats insane. 1L to Nami.
1L to Nami.
When a Gruff takes damage equal to
You told me how to play around it. You have to.
I played around it.
I played.
see, like they should have said like when do the Gruffs heal? It should be in the combat section.
All this thing that he keeps getting back.
Yeah.
But it was earlier. We read it like way earlier.
I called plus some.
Okay. Point 0.1 in the cleanup phase is if your Gruff was given an attack action last turn, resolve your attack now. Your attacking Gruff deals damage to the Gruff in the direction. Damage accumulates throughout each turn is completely removed from every Gruff at the end of each turn. Why is that not in the combat section?
At the end of each turn, damage is. That makes sense.
Yeah, because you could hit something else for I just hit that. Yeah, I mean, my point was like last time I hit that guy at the beginning of the turn, but I could still damage it 1.
Yeah.
Give us parents, please.
Okay, each turn the damage is removed.
Okay.
That's why like I'm not a fan of digital rule books because
Yeah.
you gotta leave notes.
Okay, so he's activated.
Well, it always just gives me trouble because either they have something I can't cross it up with, or something else.
Yeah.
You get to draw 3 and then +1.
I do need to kind of work on the deck.
Gruff.
It's
Yeah, it looks cooler than it might be, but
yeah.
once we get it together, it might be cool
see.
though.
Alright.
Having some rules problems over here.
You're like a new guy.
Been out some years. I think this might be a 2015. I think.
Oh, really?
But they keep on dropping stuff, kind of like a LCG. 2016.
Or is it
The living card game, kind of like a dueling card game. Yep, you get a deck of 8 cards from each weird Billy Goat, and then you'll have a 24 card deck. And then your life is your shepherd. You got different kind of powers going on and stuff. Just trying to knock the other guy down to 0 or just kill all their goats.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Once you get the rules together, maybe.
Oh, that's fair.
No.
I've played some games kind of similar. It looks fun. So.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it is once we got the rules all together.
Yeah. Okay then. I don't really have any cards I really want to play.
Yeah, see, I mean, if you're gonna do this, then say like turn order. You should just, I mean, why put it in like? And then this is the thing, like, okay, they put it in. I like showing where they're doing stupid stuff, but dissecting damage. Like, I mean, who wants to be flipping back and forth? I mean, dissecting damage, it's in that rare little spot.
Yeah.
Damage heals at the end of each turn. But then you go through the game setup, you go through turn order, you should say at the end of the turn, damage heals at the end of each turn. Because it says turn order, 4 tactical action phase, choose to attack or whatever. Then it goes straight to the tactical actions. Then it goes to combat. Your opponent now takes their turn. But it doesn't say anything about healing the damage. It's crazy.
I know. It's weird.
And it's not even here either. Like,
Alright, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna spend 1. Play Grover's Vision. It gives him +1 to weird. Do exhausted cards block? They do,
Good
right?
turn.
I think they do.
you can hit. You can even hit corpses, so you can hit
Yes.
guys. Yeah, you can hit
Yeah,
tap
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Okay, so there's no point in attacking.
Excess damage goes to the guy though. Excess damage goes to the
Right.
shepherd. Yeah.
Okay.
I was great. I wouldn't
I guess I'll raise it. I'll raise his mean
like tokens and token
for activating, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. So now resolve my attack. So I'm going 3 mean into a 1 lifer.
Yeah.
So that'll knock that out, and then I'll do 2 damage to your shepherd.
Oh yeah, yeah.
of things by the end of it.
Oh wait.
And then you got that threshold line
Is
too.
that this?
Yeah, that's that line. Yep.
Okay, so when at the end of your turn, if life is above a threshold, Stovall takes 1 damage and gains 2 crazy. So I haven't been doing that actually.
Yeah, we've been messing
So
all
you
up.
should be down 1, 2, and up 4.
Okay. You can actually replay your turn if you had more crazy you wanted to spend. If you wanted to.
No, that's okay. I didn't really have anything. We'll play through.
Oh, okay. Didn't have anything. Now let's look at mine. Unmasked Glory. The first time Ark's life crosses her threshold, enemy Gruffs lose 1 fat and take 1 damage. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, let me go ahead and write this down too while I'm at it. Losing fat is permanent. Fat Fat
I
and
think it is, right?
fat and mean is static, but defense and stuff is temporary. Fat and mean.
Yeah, because defense and attack is what it's called, I think, come from temporary cards.
Okay. Defense and attack equals temp. Cool. Yeah, I mean, if you're making a game, just like clearly say that stuff.
I know.
It's like, it's not my game. You know the game. I don't know the game. Put it in plain English.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So my turn. Resolve my attack. Did that. Remove your conditions. They could easily put remove all damage at the end of every turn.
Yeah.
Refresh your living gruffs if all your gruffs are exhausted or dead.
I know.
Draw phase. Draw card. Activation phase. I got one guy to activate. This guy slides down. Doesn't really ever mentioning sliding down either.
No.
Did it mention slide? No. All right. Yeah. Grip jaw.
Checks were like kind of down the line too, so it wasn't like.
Okay, so
Sometimes you pull it really
I could grow this guy. It has 0 mean, so but I'll activate it. That guy has a bunch of fat. That's weird that it just stays static like that. I think it's only temporary when you activate it, but maybe not though.
I think fat is static. I mean, yeah, it's static.
Maybe you have to grow, but I mean, it'll be real nice if the freaking book told you what it is. But gotta make a good rule book. Got to. All right, so I'll grow this.
It's been a running joke.
Well, yeah, maybe it is static, so you can grow up to get to where they're at. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so I'll grow a mean, and then I get +1 mean and +1 fat when activated. +1 mean, +1 fat. Okay, so you got to grow up to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all my guys are tapped now, so. Okay, play cards phase. This guy's contributing no weird.
Basically, like,
They kind of look the same. They kind of do.
I was just a quick look. I was like, if you're wanting like a lot of characters, you have very and then if you want it to kind of like stick it up and you have like giant cracks and stuff in it.
Okay, I'll spend 1 crazy, and then I'll go min max. Choose any gruff, it loses 1 point from any stat. Then that gruff gets +1 to any stat. If a gruff can't gain and lose a point, it can't be chosen by this card.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what they mean, can't gain and everything if it does say the 0 and stuff. But then again, the book should say that. All right, let's go fat to 2. Nah, man, that's stupid because then you'll just come by and kill my guy, so. I better get that guy.
Fat down?
Like, and it says it doesn't ever say, like, you choose or it loses 1 from any stat. It says who chooses.
Yeah, what does it say?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Choose any graph, it loses
1 from any stat. Does my opponent choose? Do I choose? Who chooses?
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Yeah.
That is confusing.
Yeah. That's why like it's good to get some honest plays out there, even 7 years later.
Yeah.
Well, I'm up to date on tomorrow.
Choose any gruff, it loses 1 point from any stat. Then that gruff gets +1 to any stat. If a gruff can't gain or lose a point, it can't be chosen by this card. Instead of putting it in some obscure point in the book, just write it on the freaking card because I'm not an expert at this game. Who is an expert in this game? And if it's like that, just put it in a fact. Make a fact. Like, if a card says this, No to look in the fact, but there is no fact though.
It's not a mutation card right now.
Nope, it's just a regular standard action with a check mark.
I'm surprised it doesn't say.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
And for the ones not catching on, choose any Gruff and loses 1 point from any stat. Then that Gruff gets +1 to any stat. If a Gruff can't gain or lose a point, it can't be chosen by this card. But do I, the player, choose, or does my opponent choose?
I guess you would choose if it doesn't say I choose. Because it's your card, so I think that's a safe assumption.
But then it says any. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, you would think so, but still.
We'll play you choose.
Yeah. The game should not put the onus on me to figure it out.
Yeah, no, should not.
Alright, so I'll drop the... Since you're activating, I guess I'll drop the... Man, this guy's pretty, you know, this guy's not tough.
This one's exhausted.
Okay.
Just so you know.
This card's pretty pointless. The only reason why you want to use that is to kill something, really.
Yeah, because then everything else is going to give a boost to something important.
Yeah. I think they'll only want to play this card.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah. So I'm playing nothing, and I'll pass it.
No cards? Okay. So now I refresh because all of my living cards are exhausted.
Okay, now let's see if this makes sense. Okay, refresh all your living Gruffs.
Yeah.
If all your Gruffs are exhausted or dead.
Yeah, so because this one's dead, it doesn't matter that it's exhausted or not. I still refresh.
But you cannot have a living Gruff if all of your Gruffs are dead. That's impossible.
Cannot have...
That's horrible grammar.
Yes. Yeah, that is bad.
Refresh all your living Gruffs if all your Gruffs are exhausted or dead. If no. We'll just leave out the exhausted result. Refresh all your living Gruffs if all your Gruffs are dead. Then you have no living Gruffs.
Yeah.
But it's right there on the it's right there on the top of the player reference card.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna use 3 for Undyne, revive a dead Gruff. That Gruff gets +3 while this card is in play. So we'll put that. Oh,
That's the mutation. Oh
just
man.
knock both of them off.
Yeah.
Well, it means stuck at 0, so that's fine. I think this was at 2 weird.
Zero means.
So that's for 3. That one cost me 3. So I have 4 left to play. This is doing 1. All right,
Was that on 2? Because I'd have killed it if it was on 2.
Fat?
Yeah.
Fat didn't fall off. It's stuck at 1. I think you knocked it down.
But if it was on 1, I would have probably. Oh yeah, because it just revived.
It
Okay.
just revived, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll activate this one. I'll use 2 to play Charge. When this card is played, the active Gruff swaps places with another... Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I forgot I have to swap. Oh wait, I didn't draw.
Fucking idiot.
Okay.
I just shuffled my hand.
I'm gonna use 3 to play Nibble. So it lets me give 1 fat to something.
Okay.
So I'll give this 1 fat. That's not activated yet. Although I guess I have to choose an active card first, right? Oh no. Draw active. Okay. I'll activate him. And then I will...
Had it in my hand.
I don't know if you've seen well, not now.
I'll attack, because I'll kill it, right? 2 to 2?
2. Well, I mean, it will slide up, and then I've got the rest of my
That's
turn
right,
to
so
try to
you
keep it
actually-
alive. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna also play... No, actually, I won't play that.
So yeah, activated. Now play cards phase.
Okay, yeah. Your turn.
Okay, no cards.
No cards.
Okay.
Plus, he's got the disintegrator.
No,
Go
plus
to
1 fat when activated.
Okay. Alright, go to my cleanup phase, resolve your attack. I've got no attack going. Remove your conditions, refresh your living Gruffs if all your Gruffs are exhausted. They are. Refresh, draw a card. Activation phase, select the Gruff to activate. Yeah, and you could yeah, like with that min max, I could just drop it down to 1 min.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, and then every time he activates, does it send the weird over?
My last high was
Yeah.
It does, right? Okay.
Yep.
That's probably the worst
Yes. What? I shuffled my hand in my deck whenever I was searching.
I just feel like he doesn't play good. And I don't play zero any filters. Just because I high roll like
Something I need to learn about this. Okay, I need to learn this game.
What's Strawberry?
I never laid a stadium first. It gets some good day thing.
can't find
Every game I
this
play,
game.
especially when people are gone. Yeah, it's very hard. They're looking at whatever.
The rules you care about are 911 and 912 in the rule book. You can find it.
Okay, this guy has 2, 2, 4. Oh yeah, you get a bunch of. Okay, so you get crazy. Okay, all right. So activate you. +2 weird. Going from 2 to 4.
Giving the weird to your shepherd.
Yeah, just these guys have no
They're at
weird.
0, yeah.
But this the only guy who's been putting in the weird work. All right, so going to 2, so that's 4, and then now I have 4 weird to spend for the turn. Now hold up. So I just added 2, so that's taking me to 4. I had 2 before. Does that mean I'll go to 6 or do I go to 4?
I know it's specified that.
Because it was on 2, then I bumped up to 2, so then I bumped up to 4. The arc already had 2, so probably at 6.
Yeah, I know it's sad.
Here are the 2 rules. They're the first 2 rules. More specifically, it's 912, but I think people have quoted that first one.
Cool. All right. So I'm going up to 6. Basically, we said, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, 6. Okay.
Oh wait, do you mean from this +2?
Yeah, because it was on 2. Then I added 2
I
more
see
when
what
it
you're
activated, so
saying. Yeah,
4,
okay,
and then add the 4 to the 6. Yeah, add the 4 to the 2.
I had it in my hand. I went to go.
Okay, so I'm gonna block right here. This will stay in play to the end of the turn. So I'm down to 5 for the turn.
Block gives a +2.
+2 defense.
Okay.
Play Swollen Zits 4. So that takes me down to. You ought to have like some dice on here to
Something,
track how much here. It's like, how does the book not mention that?
Yeah. What is it doing?
Mutate any Gruff. Whenever the mutated Gruff is hit by an attack, its shepherd takes 1 damage.
Okay.
I'll go on Tooth.
Okay.
And
Oh no, I think this goes to one of yours.
no, you can mutate. I think you can mutate enemy guys too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, mutation.
Okay, yeah. Got it.
All right. All right. So, and what I was doing with this guy is I'm attacking.
card type CP from my trash on my
Aren't I?
Did want to put his characters with the cosplayer list.
What did I do with this guy? Yeah. I didn't do anything with him yet. I just started playing cards.
Oh, you activated him to get weird.
Well, I mean, you got to activate him, but you got to do one of the things to activate him. But you got to either attack, shift, grow, or resurrect. So can't resurrect. He's not dead.
Yeah.
So nothing's dead yet. So I can grow, shift, attack, and then I'll attack just to deal the 1 trample damage.
To who?
You know what? It might be yeah, because as soon as that is attacked, it gets 1 damage to the guy. Yeah, so I'll attack. And then, so we're both attacking. I got +2 defense right now, and then I played my cards, and then I'll pass turn.
Okay. So he comes back. This thing fell off. Was he at 1?
Yeah,
He was at 2 because he was gonna.
I mean, I can't believe these things are sliding off.
I know. He was at 2 because I attacked to kill him.
Yep.
Okay. So that attack resolves, but nothing happens.
Yeah, because it's got too much defense now.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw a card. Whoa, that's crazy.
I'm very happy I won.
Okay. His weird is what, 2? Or his fat is weird is 2?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna play.
Are you still doing this tournament? Still a $5.
I didn't get you $5.
Also, pay attention to your shepherd too.
Yeah, I know he's getting kind of low.
You hit the threshold though. Oh, but your thing is being above the threshold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna play. Oh, this goes away, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 3 to play Meh.
Last until the controller's next turn.
Yeah. That's gonna give 1 life to my captain.
Okay. A Gruff gets +2 defense while this card, or your shepherd gains 1 life while this card is in play.
Yeah, so I have 6 left.
I just find all right.
Alright, I'm gonna play.
The offer Arlong is too good for how bad that is.
Okay. I'm gonna play this ramming stance. Choose an Gruff that gets +2 defense and +2 damage while this card is in play.
Okay.
So I'll get to Grover and activate to attack.
You got to draw 6 extra cards.
Okay.
So all these cards.
Man, this thing. What?
So yeah, his damage is equal to his weird. So that's 2 plus.
No, but I mean, I'm saying I can't believe these slides are falling off. Like,
Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay, so he's attacking for 4.
okay. All right. So
That's the only one I have right now.
I actually have 5 decks.
Oh, and this is stuck on him.
I have Nami.
Yo.
I have
And it's then it'll be your turn.
okay, so that's attacking for 4. All right.
That's kind of
Then my attack resolves. So I've already done, but it never says slide the stuff back. And then my thing fell off. Oh yeah, this is not. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still at 1 mean, or
I think you were.
I-
you were at 1.
yeah, because I don't think I ever grew. Yeah. All right, so this goes away. Okay. I got 2 guys. Draw a card first of the thing. Did I do that damage already? I did the damage already. You already took that damage, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't enough. It's at 5.
Well, I mean, but I still do 1 damage to your guy
Yeah.
whenever that's attacked.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This Shepherd takes 1 damage. Yeah. My fall blow.
Okay.
Oh wait, I take another damage
Why did?
because at the end of my turn, my life was above the threshold.
Okay.
Because I grew it.
Okay.
I might just die by killing myself.
Yeah, it's crazy. What?
It doesn't matter if I'm playing it. I really want to have attack. Oh, yep. And then have it starter deck. Right. So, like really, my board was really where I wanted to be.
I kind of like that tune.
Yes.
That's just
Yeah, because like I run the one. But that's for like most of my time. Most of the time I'm going for the
Yeah. Just for the sake of.
Yeah, like this I'm trying to.
Okay, so you played, you get +2 damage or something, right? All right,
Yeah,
so
it's got +2/+2.
But as long as they're going on those, just like
It felt like it was just like one side. Like each
I'll activate this guy,
the second game was just one side.
and then I will.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, where we at? Okay, got this guy 6 crazy. I've got to activate a guy, so I'll activate you. I'll attack. Yeah, this is kind of like that. This is actually kind of like the Eternal game that we play. You deal the damage and then it doesn't resolve until later, and it's weird.
We kept forgetting.
Yeah, that's it.
That was a fun game though. Once
Oh,
we
yeah.
locked it down. That was a deck builder, right? Yeah.
With the dueling. I got another one of those slated for later this week, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, destroy. All right, so I'm attacking. And then when I attack, I get +2 mean. That's crazy. All right, so that's enough to just trample and kill somebody right there.
But he'll die at the end of
If I
beginning of my turn, right?
if I don't buff him or something like.
Yeah.
All right, which I'm gonna bewilder.
All right.
Bewilder will cost 2, destroy any mutation or condition. I'll go for that one.
That's a good one. Is this a mutation though?
Or condition? What
Or condition? Yeah, I guess that's a condition, huh?
I mean, yeah. The blue ones are the
The blue ones
conditions.
are condition. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's
he's
that.
gonna die again.
Okay, so that's 2. Yep. Okay, so I've got 4 left.
I just like the fact that I think it was the drummer. She's the female voice.
You should like know what the real flex move is you catch one and then put it in the storage or it'll just be forgotten. You just you'll be that one guy who all they did is catch spirit tubes and just put it in the hiding. So there's no more spirit tubes left in the world.
Weird. I can't believe that they never say anything about like if your stat is 0, you can't increase it or something like.
Yeah, or decrease it. Yeah.
All right, min max. I'll spend min max on 1. Choose a gruff. It loses 1 from any stat. I'll lose 1 from the fat there,
Okay.
and then +1 to any stat. And then I still am a firm believer in it should say you choose both or.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll bump your weird up since I can't bump the mean up. So. All right, and then that was my activation, and that was my planning card. So, and I'm attacking them up there. So then I'll pass to you. Okay, and then I guess I'm threatening lethal right now if that's the case.
Yes. Yeah.
Swinging 5 into a 1, and then 4 trample.
Yeah. So, wait, what's his fat at now? Is it
Too
still at 2?
fat.
Because he's still doing 3.
That's just weird.
Right. But Rover gets plus damage equal to his weird when he attacks.
Rover gets +2 damage equal to his weird.
I had this on because I thought I needed to do more damage, but I guess I didn't.
Gets +2 damage. Yeah, this damage stuff is weird as crap. Yeah. I mean, there's no tracker for it. Grover gets +2 damage.
What curse did you put on him?
Probably good attacker.
No, that was mine. Oh no, you just got rid of this. Did you? No, you didn't. You got rid of ramming. Yeah, so he's still doing 3 damage.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this guy's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so. Okay, so I draw a card. Destroy any mutation. Grover gets +1 weird. Okay. So I'll use 2 for dissect to get rid of a mutation, so I'll get rid of this.
Okay, nice.
Grover gets 1 weird. So he's up to 4.
He's like, I'm not even leaving now.
So that gives me that cost 2, so I still have 11 left.
We played crazy today.
I had all 4 up there.
Very good.
I honestly don't like love being brainwashed, but I think that it's
Okay.
more for like red than
I'll play 2 to play charge.
probably why I
When this card is played, active. Sorry, he's my active Gruff because he's the only one left. Active Gruff swaps places with another, so I'll swap them, and it gets +1 to damage.
Okay. Nice. So then you'll deal some trample damage and everything.
Yeah, so he'll do 3 damage total. Direct.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alright, and then,
Oh yeah, unless he
action.
swaps something in.
Alright, so now my turn. Activate my last guy. Draw a card first. Activate a guy. Select a Gruff to act this turn. Play cards phase. What will I do? Let's see.
Interpret it as if it's a humble pain.
You got a minute left around.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember it. Do y'all have any one of these tables? Or do you guys have like,
No, it's just this here to get across the street. You know when your opponent's character is across the
Alright, so now. Okay, now I'll play the min max. Well, I mean, I'll attack first. Attack. So that'll be what? 2 damage. +1 mean and 1 fat. So now it's a 3/3. And then attacking. And then I'll min max. Play cards phase. Lose 1 on the. But you still keep the stat though. So I'll go -1. Oh, maybe it can't go there. Maybe it can't even go to the 0.
Yeah, he stops at 1.
Alright, well, yeah, this card is weird.
Yeah.
Alright. But then you would think the book would say that, but you got to figure it out on your own.
I did not realize how many tentacles this guy had.
Yeah, keeping that card. Any cards I want to play.
Yeah, 6 of them. Just the 3.
Alright. There's no point in not playing this. So I'll play this here. 3. When this card is in play, the defending shepherd takes 1 damage whenever a Gruff on your team has their attack fully blocked. So any of my guys, yeah.
If they're ever fully blocked.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Alright, so yeah, swinging 3.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then 2 get through.
Well, I mean, you still got to go through your whole turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
And then I'll pass it.
Alright, so this resolves, doing 3 damage.
Now 2 or 3.
3 because of charge is what I have on it. I should take it off.
Okay, 3.
Yeah.
Take 3. All right, going from 8 to 5.
These all come back because they're all exhausted. I draw a card. Okay. Alright. And this one's still. That one's still down.
Yep, I would have to resurrect
You have
it.
to resurrect it with something.
You resurrected you played a card to
I
resurrect
played
yours,
a
right?
card, yeah, to resurrect. Okay. I'm gonna play Skoldos. Choose any Gruff. It gets +2 mean, then kill any Gruff on your team. So he's up to 4 damage now.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna play Bone Burr, take a damage. He gets +1. So now he's attacking for 5 damage.
Okay.
He's
You activated him?
He's activated. I gained a weird. Oh, and he can't go any higher with his fat, so. Okay, end of turn.
Okay. And then now my attack resolves though, and then I think that's lethal.
Oh, you're right.
Because
it
I
resolves
hit through
first.
because I hit through the
Yeah.
the corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Good
Well
game.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, would you rate this one on this first play? And what do you think after the game
rules
is?
weren't great. Maybe 6 or 7. It was. I felt like I was getting the idea of what the game was about
Getting what the cross switch does.
Yeah.
halfway through, maybe.
Yeah, halfway through.
I don't know. It felt like a lot of rules and not a lot of game. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I just felt like something was missing from it.
Yep, I know what you mean.
Like, yeah, there were mechanics, but I don't know.
I feel just
Also
the
the
exercise and frustration with the rules is just what
Yeah,
hurts it a lot for me.
it was not
Round 2,
Not an ideal way to start a
Justin
game.
versus Dakota.
Whenever you're making a game, I mean, you know the game, so you could just put stuff in parentheses to lead a person to understanding what you mean,
Yeah,
versus just leaving it out there and then putting stuff in weird spaces.
yeah.
Whenever y'all came in,
Yo.
y'all was late. There's no way to give y'all.
But yeah, I think this is a thing, like, you know, once you really know how to play, then it definitely could be a 7 or whatever, for sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd agree.
But
with
then
that.
while you're still fumbling around with the rules and everything and don't know what's going on, definitely got to put it 5-ish area, 6-ish, yeah.
And even once we got the rules down, like, there are games we play where immediately after I'm like, yeah, I could do that again right now.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah.
I don't really want this again.
Yeah. And then the fact that, like, the sliders kept sliding off, that wasn't cool, but
Yeah, it seems to be a digital game.
or just better sliders or something. But,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's also an option.
All right, definitely glad I got it played. This one's been on my mind for some years, so
Yeah.
I'm glad it's done. All right, GG's.
Good game.
I can see myself.